6 Leluni Street, Queenstown, Georgetown, Guyana, South America. If you're anywhere in the world and you don't know where I'm coming from, that is exactly where I'm coming from. And we're coming from Studio One. Yeah. So this morning, we're going to have a discussion. As you guys know the format, I discuss and lay out the program for 45 minutes. And the last 15 minutes, you guys get your phones ready, get ready to call. Not everybody's going to make it, but everybody who gets through will have a chance, whether it's to share your opinion or dig a cuss in me, of which Guyanese have grown accustomed and loving to. Not to say I'm not going to respond in similar style and fashion. Now, this morning, we got a number of things to discuss. Let me lay it out for you. So, yesterday was Mohamed and Bascom court matter. Right? The second day, it has since been put off for September the 9th and 10th at 8:30 in the morning. So, we're going to be going through the year looking forward to the Mohamed's Bascom case. Now, why does this case, somebody called me yesterday and said, Critic, is there a bias in light of the fact of your position, your farmer association, and everything else? But am I not the person who reports and everything? Am I not the person who presents myself, and when things happen with me, I report that too? How then is there a bias? What people are experiencing, as I suggest being the realest thing, is an experience like never before. This is not a CNN against a Fox News and all them thing though. This is a unique situation where a spade is called a spade. I can't say that I didn't know and used to associate with Azadeen Mohamed. I can't say that I did not have a job, a contractual agreement with them to build a shore-based facility. I can't say that, because those things are matter of facts. What am I supposed to do? Our friendship and relationship, when I leave, it came along with a gag order. The truth is the truth. The truth has to be told. Now, when I leave, he ain't shutting him out. He ain't shut him out. He say he gave me $5 million of thing somebody. He say he gave me 3,000 US of follow Jack deal. No. I see the Facebook lawyer, so I put up 2 posts on social media, and this is directly related to the questions asked by attorney Nigel Hughes yesterday, where Nigel Hughes asked in his first question, "Sir, have you ever been accused of gold smuggling?" Which Azadeen Mohamed answered, "Yes, sir," in the affirmative. There was one more question after that, and basically, Azadeen is understand. Azadeen Mohamed is understand. Now, outside of that, as somebody who knows this guy personally and were close for an extended period of time, a number of years, I think it's pure bullshit. I registered my concerns with him. Should not have gone on the stand. You're wealthy, you got money, you got your thing. Screw that. Should not have gone on the stand. That's my personal opinion. He should not have gone on the stand. He's putting himself out there unnecessarily. That is me looking at him as a farmer partner. Buddy, you should not have gone on this stand. That's why I'm saying. Obviously, he's advised by his lawyer otherwise. And if he recruits himself from going on the stand, he would have obviously lost the case. But what is there to win? Is getting money, is winning Bascom. and getting money going to change his financial position? No. The intention is to suggest he has some kind of a repetition. And this is where the question is asked. But we can come back to this. We can come back to this. We got a lot of things to cover. We can come back to this when everybody's tuned in. And I'll give you fly by fly what happened in the court. And then my opinion on what exactly is going on here. Right? So I want to talk a little bit about the opposition leader. There was a video recently made. Interesting sounding video. And it shows the hypocrisy within the PNC. It shows, now this is a reality. You're facing a reality. It can't be denied, the reality of what the PNC is. A devious, conniving party. Which, in the honest truth is, their conniving ways are not so much turned to the PNC, the PPP, which is the opposition. You'd expect their opposition. But their conniving ways are turned against their own people. That is what makes the PNC so dangerous. The PNC says and truthfully speaks to the fact that the PPP is for the most part about their own people. But the same PNC can't say they're for their own people. And they represent a constituency, or are supposed to represent a constituency. They can't say they represent their own people. Right? They can't say that. They can't say they represent their people. No, you look at this video and you'll get an understanding of how hypocritical the PNC, now the opposition leader. I want you to look at this video, then I'll see.
The greatest challenge will be persuading his own people that they'll benefit from the oil.
Let me get right to the start.
Perhaps the president's greatest challenge will be persuading his own people that they'll benefit from the oil boom. 40% of the population still lives in poverty. Even in the capital, some neighborhoods reek of neglect and deprivation. This is a divided society where ethnicity often drives political.
When he says 40% of the population is still in poverty, there might be an argument to suggest a great percentage of those people are affiliated with the PNC, and because of their mindset, they're that way. Because I will explain in here, which in the truth is, there might be an argument. I could plant that suggestion to you, but the truth is, whatever dynamics is in that 40%, there are more Indians in there than blacks because of how the population is laid out by ethnicity.
Conflict where the main parties accuse each other of corruption and cronyism. Aubrey Norton, leader of the opposition People's National Congress, took me to the Sophia neighborhood, one of his party's strongholds.
I have argued that the government has not produced any policies or programs to deal with poverty.
Now I want you to look at this, and Aubrey Norton stands in Sophia. He stands in Sophia and purposely shows the squatting area, of which Guyanese know if you try to regularize squatting, if you try to empower Guyanese by giving them a house lot, the opposition comes in and suggests, no, you can't do that. You see how much of a hypocrite this man is? Now, most Guyanese know. Do you remember who comes out in support and pushes back against the establishment when attempts are made to regularize squatters? Can you remember? Do you remember? Now, Aubrey Norton is obviously using the same methodology that the Mohammeds are using. Hire a white man and try to bring credence and credibility to yourself. Well, we can see what President Ali do a white man just now had to put it in fucking place. Because that colonial tone of voice just irks me. Just hearing he fucking voice gets me for my nerves. I ain't got nothing to listen to what he got to say. No white man having the experience that I have, an understanding of the white man. No white man could come and tell me nothing. I'm very skeptical. I'm interested. If you want, we do business and you can show me how to make money and put money in my pocket. I have no time. But in light of the fact of the history of this country, now Aubrey Norton stands opposite the descendants of the colonialist and now begging him to be a savior. Burnham used to be like this. When the CIA and British intelligence come together with a plan for sideline J. Gun, Burnham was just like this with his hands open. And for the want of power, basically caused the trajectory of this country to go on a path that divided us onto today. Now President Ali is fighting to unite us. But Aubrey Norton stands across from the descendant of the colonialists that comes with his tone and pitch that's supposed to pique our interest. Well, fuck you, white man.
That the cost of living is high. And even though we recommended measures to deal with the high cost of living.
So Aubrey Norton recommended measures. Now he's recommending measures. The PNC should have put measures in place between 2015 and 2020. No, but now he's recommending measures.
The government has not taken action on high cost of living or poverty. What you have is oil resources that we describe as going to the elite, their family, their friends, and the favorite.
If we look at the shacks, the squatter...
Now here now, how you know that fucking white man is a hypocrite? Just in the corner here, he looking what they're behind me. He watching at a dam. He don't watch it Sapphire's A field, B field, C field, D field, and expanding. He doesn't know the history of Sapphire, that Sapphire was regularized by the PPP and J-Gun. That the people in Sapphire were continually run down, had no rest under the PNC. Although they were predominantly PNC supporters, the white man doesn't know that story or plain fucking know. He is not paying attention that as he speak about the shacks, these, what is nice concrete fence say? But they turned the back and showing the shacks and a broke down thing. Well, brother, before time, the narrative used to be set a certain way, but the Guyanese critic is here, he have no cool. Fuck you, white man! Before time, they had nobody. When the story presented and people see it, y'all present a nice story, left us though. No. Me just come and dissect the story. Open your hole. And do colonoscopy and everything else, looking for the shit to find the truth. That's how we do it now. You understand? Long time gone, new time come. Here, bullshitty. And this is what Guyanese is like, yes, Aubrey Norton talking. Watch how he pull his hand in front, holding up his fucking belly. Tell the white man that is J-Gun under PPP-led administration just after 92 regularized Sophia, a predominantly PNC area. Those are matters of fact.
Cabins behind you right now. It is obvious there are many people in this country living without proper sanitation, clean water, and this in a...
Nah, man, them people are Steve Curran, don't go there. I forget to show the GPL thing the other day in, there's a video you got put up with GPL. You got to take off of this phone, remind me. Download the video with GPL when they were taking out the electricity a couple weeks ago. I haven't had the chance to post it. Nah, man. Them people live for free corn and free water. Don't do that. Don't do that, white man.
Forces that we describe as going to the elite, their family, their friends, and the favorite.
And the white man comes with his hat and everything, you know. He's all decked out as an original white man. You understand? Under the premise that we're all Looney Tunes, and the black man and the Indian man needs guidance. The white man knows. You understand? You gotta go to England and America, to the fucking junkie towns. You gotta go to Chicago and see poverty. All over the world have hardships, and it's a mentality. Obviously, we're going to take some time since we've come out of the grips of the white man and his ideologies and what he wants for us and where he wants to see us. Obviously, we're going to take some time. It is known that to change the psychological process of a society, it takes about 20 years. If we put the right systems in place in the educational system, we're going to get there. In the meantime, white man, you can go fuck yourself.
At the shacks, the squatter cabins behind you right now, it is obvious there are many people...
Bear in mind, hear how the white man is contradicting. They're so fucking wicked. Have you ever been to the interior, to Eco Lodge, where the white man flies from all over the world and traveled to the treacherous interior of the Amazon rainforest to go into similar huts like that to pay money to be in? These people are living in Eco Lodges in our capital city. How now has it become a sight for sore eyes? I have stayed in places like this in the interior. And I'm telling you, the white man travels for thousands of miles, spend thousands of dollars to come and stay in places like that. But since it fits his narrative to frown upon this, to suggest that it's poverty, he tries to create a perception. Now, let me tell you, them people in them house there, going fucking born by show. Them people are poor. They ain't got one of them from one of them squatter cabins, so-called. He's gonna miss border by show. You understand? Let's continue.
In this country, living without proper sanitation, clean...
Here now, he's saying they're living without proper sanitation. You see we're running going on there? There's a fucking pipe run across there. These people got flush and toilet in them. There's a pipe run across there plus there's Steve Current. It's free water in Cordiga. And now that it is so proper, as much as it's free.
Water, and this in a country where very soon the national income per capita is going to be an extraordinary $60,000 a year.
Yes, sir. Very soon. It coming, it ain't reach yet. And if those people want to come out from those squatter cabins, so-called, and get a fucking job and toil like everybody else who does it and build a family and a future, they will be afforded the opportunity to be in the lower, mid, or upper class of the Guyanese society. Poverty is a mentality, not a financial disposition, sir. That is a reality. Because while you speak of this country, there are people who are thriving in the same environment, who are PNC, PPP, AFC. Some people might be served a hand, rightfully so. The country has an extent and level of corruption, yes, as a matter of fact, like most other countries in the world. It is not related to our race. It is not related to our political dynamics. It is directly related to human behavior. It has been so since the beginning of time. Jesus was brought down by corrupt people. He was betrayed by a traitor. Since the beginning of time as written, and we have known it, what we have done or continue to do is strive to do better, white man. But we know where we are.
The inequality is going to get more and more obvious. How close to a...
What inequality? What inequality? The fact that the people there are getting light and water that I have to fucking pay more money for? That is inequality in this society. The fact that GPL is not going and do the fucking job they should and root out all those stolen electricity wires. That is inequality. What inequality? The fact that those people in those houses, no matter what the circumstance is, get $40,000 per child like the rich man. Those people in those houses get cash grants when $25,000 is being given to the rich man, the poor man, the middle class. Everybody gets $25,000. What inequality? How do you eradicate a mentality of poverty? And the man you're talking to, Mr. White Man, he stands in front of you. That is the man you have to talk to. Because he helps it on. Because he don't want smart voters. He don't want people thinking for themselves. Let me wrap up this. We got to go to President Ali, mash up one of them.
Is that going to take Guyana?
The problem is poverty is a...
No, but Aubrey, you got to tell the man the truth of the problem. You are the fucking problem. You are the problem. Just tell the man how many people the PNC helped. Tell the man that that squatting area and those cabin shacks, squatter cabins that are there, have been there since time memorial. And for 5 years, the PNC did nothing about it. And if the PPP comes today to give those people house lots and move them to locations that will empower them, that will bring value for the life, the PNC will come and run and say, no, 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 don't do that. It just happened behind Maka, in Maka, where the development of a new highway was going and people were being offered things. The PNC went and there was a bacchanal and there was a standoff. Tell him that.
In all ethnic groups. And so it is dangerous. But it also has the potential to unite if it is dealt with properly. If one accepts that the lower class in this society is not getting a good deal, and we carve policies and programs and projects to give them a good deal, in that regard, it will constitute a bridging of the gap, and it will help with the division. If, however, we continue to accentuate poverty, then it will destabilize the society.
There ain't got nobody trying to destabilize Guyana more than Aubrey Norton and the PNC. It's bare confusion powder with them. Now let's go right into the president having to answer another colonialist.
Over the next...
Right? And President Ali represents Guyana second to none. And the reason he's so fluent is because it's honest, true in his mind what he wants for this country.
Over the next decade, 2 decades, it is expected that there will be $150 billion worth of oil and gas extracted off your coast. It's an extraordinary figure, but think of it in practical terms.
Put in your comments your opinion of President Ali's answering this gentleman.
Tons of carbon emissions will come from your seabed, from those reserves, and be released into the atmosphere. I don't know if you as a head of state went to the COP in Dubai.
Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there.
Hold up! Hold up! Right there! There's only the president no cost. Right? Hold up! Full Guyanese critic attitude. Will you go with a skunt? That's what we mean when you say, let me stop you right there. Let me narrate for you in layman Guyanese terms what the president... Hold the fuck up, boy. White boy, hold up.
Do you know that Guyana has a forest forever that is the size of England and Scotland combined? A forest that stores 19.5 gigatons of carbon?
You skunt never know that? You never know that? Well, here, President Ali attack Phil Lauti. He talking for Sandra. He talking for Rastaman. He's speaking for Joseph. And he's representing Paul. Hold up, white boy. You didn't know that? Well, if you didn't know, now you fucking know.
A forest that we have kept alive. A forest that we have kept alive.
Does that give you the right?
No,
Yes! Yes! Just like how the white man had the fucking right to come and pillage, enslave the world. Thief from all over the world and build a fucking empire. We are now building our empire. Which fuel your cars. Stop using fucking oil. And oil business will come to an end in the world. Stop using oil, white man. Stop using oil. Hold on. Hold on, rewind and come again. As President Ali thing, I can give in, because President Ali is speaking the Queen's English. I can give y'all Guyanese Creoles.
Oil and gas extracted off your coast. It's an extraordinary figure, but think of it in practical terms. That means, according to many experts, more than 2 billion tons.
By the way, the white man had no fucking business with we, no care for we, from 1992 time, even in Barnum time, with we developing himself, and so we were indebted. We had nothing, they ain't getting up, nobody, everybody busy now, Scott. He full interested in carbon emissions and this and that. You understand? Stop fucking farting. Stop farting, white man.
Of carbon emissions will come from your seabed, from those reserves, and be released into the atmosphere. I don't know if you as a head of state went to the COP.
Hold up! Hold the fuck up, boy! This what you mean. Now, as much as he's using the Queen's English, I am going to translate this for you in Creolese, since many Guyanese and people around the world might not understand.
Let me stop you right there. Do you know that Guyana...
No, if you didn't know now, you fucking know, boy.
...has a forest forever that is the size of England and Scotland combined, a forest that stores 19.5 gigatons of carbon, a forest that we have kept...
You didn't know that? Well, I can tell you, if you get all the gay holes them up in Europe and fucking America, we forest bigger than for fit in there. Yeah, we's the biggest dick in South America. Holding out the forest. Even the Brazilians cut down their word for do farming and them thing though. Yeah, that. We got the biggest green dick for y'all. And that's where you get it from President Ali there right now. In layman terms, did you know? If you didn't know, now you know.
That is the size of England and Scotland combined, a forest that stores 19.5 gigatons of carbon, a forest that we have kept alive, a forest that we have kept alive.
Does that give you the right?
No,
Does
no,
that
no,
give you
Yes, every fucking right. Every right. We believe we the holy for. We the holy for. We opportunity. We opportunity now come. And nothing under the moon or sun is gonna stop the development of Guyana. We play no game no more.
Does that
all
give
of
you
this
the right?
carbon
Does
from-
that give you the right to lecture us on climate change? I am going to lecture you on climate change because we have kept this forest alive.
Here, basically, President Ali said, you shut your scunt. Like, tell you what's going on. Does that give you the right to lecture me, us, but I will lecture you? No, 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 no. That is the Queen English, and what he meant. Listen to me, shut your scunt like tell you what's going on. Listen to what is going on, you know.
Stores 19.5 gigatons of carbon that you enjoy, that the world enjoy, that you don't pay us for, that you don't value, that you don't see a value in, that the people of Guyana has kept alive. Guess what? We have the lowest deforestation rate in the world. And guess what? Even with our greatest exploration of the oil and gas resource we have now, we will still be net zero. Guyana will still be net zero.
Isn't there a cynicism here in Georgetown?
The only cynicism that the world sees is the white man. Look at Gaza, look at Syria, look at Libya, look at fucking Iraq. You understand? Any cynicism to be suggested can't come from people who study for clad their way out of poverty. How you get there down there? Imagine a white man talking to North, I don't even know if it's the same man, talking about fucking poverty. How we getting out of poverty? It's oil we got pull out. And then come back and telling Ali about not using the oil? What kind of freakiness is this? This is like fucking transgender logics. This is transgender logics.
Expressed by your vice president, who said recently, because there is this climate change imperative to decarbonize, our policy is to get as much oil out of the ground as quickly as possible. Now, he said, that's harsh for those who think that you should be environmentally sound, But that is the reality of it. Those were very honest words from your Vice President.
And that is what we are, honest. We are practical.
So you're rushing to get this oil out before...
Yeah, buddy. Hey, Reupload. We little speedy. You gotta see with me, right? Now, when we get a thing for the first time, let's tell you how Guyanese men operate. Uncle White Man, if you know. When we get a thing for the first time, so some banners lubricate it and all kind of thing. The only thing that's there on a Guyanese man mind is you gonna ram it hard, you gonna ram it good. I feel nice. Woman go do shit. You understand? This all is in we culture. You understand? We don't suit panani, we don't I walk it in easy. You understand? It's where we get used to it and tired. Then we just stop thinking about destroy it, and then we learn that Punani would destroy you. But right now, we want to go in the hole and get out of the aisle. Yeah, this is the plan. You understand? When we get a thing of fresh thing, we just want to pack them and ram them and this and that. And when you realize them things is not done, after a couple months, we just wind down and cool down. But every time we get the fresh thing, it's the same thing. It might be a thing that passed through a 40 man and broke about 80 soul. And we just going thinking, yes, we got destroy this punani. We got dig out the hole. We said dig out the hole. And that's the perspective, honestly, where we coming from. Right? Because we're not without our thoughts. So as men, most of which are carving the policies and everything in this country, is that they go to whole situation quick. Right? That's where it comes from. Just for explain to your white man, because I know the president is incapable of explaining to you in this style and fashion.
But that is the reality of it. Those were very honest words from your Vice President.
And that is what we are, honest. We are practical.
This climate change imperative to decarbonize, our policy is to get as much oil out of the ground as quickly as possible. Now, he said, that's harsh for those who think that you should be environmentally sound, but that is the reality of it. Those were very...
Imagine he come with a line of question using the same style I used, but they ain't got nothing substantive. He asking President Ali questions about statements that Vice President Jagdeo made. Scott.
Honest words from your Vice President.
And that is what we are, honest. We are practical.
So you're rushing to get this oil out before any deal is done, to quote Dubai.
Partner, we ain't fucking dating. We ain't into the dating thing. We ain't got time to long story. By the time we buy a food for you and give you something for drink, all that we mind is fuck. You understand? This dating thing where you feel you'll get to and all them thing now. I tell you, banner this dick clear out girl and he eating something and he rubbing his hand on the condom in the pocket because he can't wait for take it out. We don't die in them thing we all that on. Rush is we name. You understand? We got bananas sit down with bone and laughing and gaffing and all them things. Sometimes it's part, if it's a dance we go in, we's bracing the thing for you. If you give you a back ball, we bracing the thing for you and imagine we done there in there. And it's only back ball we get. You understand? So me and nobody to have it rush. We always in a hurry. When it comes to hole and going in hole and stuff, not we, Guyanese don't make joke with her. By the time you catch yourself, we in your hole. You understand? Like, somebody put up a post there, the whole man is undressed and they don't want to dress back home. And now we pull up skirt and pull aside panty. In your hole. This is serious thing. Since we here aisle in the hole, we want to go in the hole fastest. Pull out the aisle and we want to move. We looking for another hole. We there in the Stabrook hole, the Payara hole. You got to ask Glenn but the hole them. He know all the aisle hole them. Before you know it, we die in a hole. 1 Payara, 2 Payara, the Stabrook black, the Kanji black. You understand? We don't make joke. It's in a hole.
Reality of it. Those were very honest words from your Vice President.
And that is what we are, honest. We are practical.
So you're rushing to get this oil out before any deal is done.
He asking a man. He asking a man if he Russian. Says the man to our president, the man make 2 picks already. This man gonna finish up his whole life in 5 years. You imagine the man when he talking to ask if he Russian. The man running the whole country, the fastest growing GDP in the world, had to fight an election never seen before, had to wait 5 months to become president, and with stress and all, the man watch back and was pow, fire shot, baby come out. If he Russian, I can tell you, I know he waiting. Dama if he Russian. We should have named him Rochelle if it wasn't a woman name. In all of the confusion, fighting with the PNC with one hand, fighting with the world with the other hand. The man lean back so fire shot. Baby, that man if he Russian. The man like an MMA fighter. Wow, wow, wow. High shot last down. Boxing got a rhythm, right? There's not no boxing. Hey. Yeah, no. Yeah. We gotta look back at it. Every rush. He didn't hear for Ali. If here the question.
That is the reality of it. Those were very honest words from your Vice President.
And that is what we are, honest. We are practical.
So you're rushing to get this oil out before any deal is done, to quote Dubai COP, to transition away from oil and gas.
You can say we are rushing, but we are very practical. We have this natural resource, and we are going to aggressively pursue this natural resource because we have to develop our country. We are committed to the development of this region. We have to create the opportunity for our people because no one is bringing that for us.
Let's leave it to the Queen's English. No one is bringing it for us. Oh my God. President Ali, we the Guyanese people are proud. Is a Guyanese? Is a white thing name here? Is grey hair though? But you're getting old fast. We the Guyanese people are proud of you. Let's get the laugh of the day. Where they get this one from, eh? This is the laugh of the day.
And bad eating habits and acting. How long you believe you can't stand up?
Jenny, you know how much I love you. Me too. I can't live without you.
How long you can stand up behind a woman, we say, in a doggy style and stroking shit? How long you think you're able to do that? You believe any fat man standing up so, like this? Any fat man standing up like this and stroking like this here so for 15 minutes? He's comfortable with that?
I want you, I want to marry to you. Hum safar rahe sabhi.
Hey, some fucked up news has come out of this studio, man. Imagine you think you ever see a remote to this, stroking and okay, you take your hands on. You could watch it in the news and get turned on it. I can only imagine the people just praying when they're watching me news. Father, forgive us. This boy. Father, forgive us. This is I get the wet hard. Jesus Christ. Straight into criminal matters. So yesterday in court, Azzuddin Mohamed went in the stand and started answering a line of question from Nigel Hughes, who's the attorney representing Mr. Bascom. Mr. Bascom, just to give you a quick recap, was a former member of the Guyana police force who at some point in time gets in some drugs, black or something like that. Lost his job, claimed that it was a setup, and started speaking about the fact that Azzedine Mohamed was the prime suspect in the murder of Paper Sharts for Guyanese. Now, I got another thing here. I send the voice note to you from the grave. So we got a voice note from the grave. We got a voice note from the grave. This is a voice note said to be of Guyanese. Hello, we didn't start taking calls yet.
I see part of the time on YouTube there. Sorry.
Oh shit, hold on. Oh shit, no. Come. Sorry. Me fault. But I still got one more story to cover, but give your opinion. Oh shit. Let me go through quick this matter here. So a lot of people, Facebook lawyers, came in the comments under these posts when I made them and said the man is not guilty. He's answering to the fact that he was accused. Now remember, this is not a criminal matter. This is a libel suit where Azzedine Mohamed is suing Bascom for being libelous and suggesting that his credibility has been tarnished. So the question comes into beg when this question is answered as to his credibility. How many Guyanese you know have been accused of gold smuggling? How many Guyanese you know have been accused of drug smuggling? There are more Guyanese that don't have money, a cent in the fucking name, that has credibility more than Azzedine Mohamed. And that is what most people don't get. Yeah, brother, I can take you quick.
Yeah, sorry that just I just started to ask you to see the accident that happened last night on the highway with Guyana military.
Oh, sad situation, boy. There's a walk, sad situation. And I think a female rank was crushed by a truck.
No, listen to this, right? Me and know what's going on. I just see a picture of this car. I can't even see you could shed more light on it. You understand? Because when living in the US, you don't really get much Guyana news unless you tap into one or two nosy people will send you an update or something, you know?
So you got me down as a nosy person.
Yes, I person. No,
Well,
but you know, all the time me call and Java, but I just come in to mention it, you know.
No. I came across it, but what happened? I don't have. Let me see if the police has reported on it. If there's a police report on it,
yeah,
and then I'll speak about it right away. Cool. Is there a police report on the incident? Sad situation. So while there was a walk, no, I may see a police report here. Press. Police investigate. Police. Is there a case once the road are being used for the purpose by GDF? Traffic ranks do not. Those highway walks happy. Okay, so there's a statement. There's some kind of a statement in here. So the Guyana Defense Force regret to inform the passing of Sergeant Deslyn Nicholson, Deslyn, Deslyn Nicholson, who died early this evening following a motor vehicle accident. Sergeant Nicholson was among a number of ranks participating in the force 30-kilometer annual walk, which commences at approximately 1750 hours today. While in the vicinity of Splashman Fun Park and the Linden-Soosdijk Highway, Sergeant Nicholson and two others were struck by a truck bearing number plate GAC 5915. Sergeant Nicholson Sir, Nicholson and two others. Sergeant Nicholson and two others were rushed to the Diamond Hospital complex by a Guyana Defense Force ambulance. She was pronounced dead on arrival. The chief of Defense Staff, Brigadier Omar Khan, officers and ranks of the Guyana Defense Force, extend sincere condolences to the family. Now, here we're telling you, these people is walking on the road. You got to remember the green. I hope they had adequate lighting, because you got to remember the green. Splashman area is dark. You got to remember the green, the camouflage that army does wear is dark. And doing a walk in the fucking nighttime and trucks they're blazing up and down the road. And then bear in mind, they're walking single file. That is walk, taking up the road. You imagine you coming down a hill, a highway, and this and that. You like where you turn up and reach, so there's a truck on the other side. They walking on the road. Didn't they have the requisite setup? Right? Unfortunate. So let me get straight into this thing here. So the Facebook liar saying, no, the man is guilty. But it has nothing to do with Azzedin's guilt. By the way, so after Nigel Hughes would have asked, sir, have you ever been accused of gold smuggling? He said, yes, sir. Then he asked, have you been ever accused of drug smuggling? He said, yes, sir. So these accusations are out there and have been out there for a long time. What it goes in a libelous case, and one of the routes they're taken, what some people do is there are two routes that could be taken as a defense in a libelous case. So one route is to answer the specific issues brought up. You said this about me. You said I is a thief. And then the defendant now would have to show why he said it, show proof. But Bascom's defense is not whether there's truth to everything he said. It's what damages Azzedin Mohamed could have from what Bascom said, in light of the fact that he has been publicly accused of being a drug smuggler. He has been publicly accused of being a gold smuggler. What fucking character you got in the first place? The damage is nothing to damage. They got junkie walking on the road, got more credibility than him. Because there are many junkies have not been accused of drug smuggling and gold smuggling. And that is what it speaks to. It speaks to credibility. So the two main methodologies used in law to represent or as a defense for libelous cases is one, you answer the thing like Simona Brooms. Me answer Simona Brooms said this, Simona Brooms said that. Simona Brooms, I said Simona Brooms, or would have suggested her attitude is like an old whore. You know anybody else than a bad woman and an old whore that's gone licking down thing and cussing out and abusing out in front of the fucking place? I am not answering specifically what I said. I am answering the fact that she has no credibility. What fucking credibility am I attacking? You understand? So when the Facebook liars them come and holler, but the man is guilty, it has nothing to do with the guilt. Today's date, Azzedin is not guilty of anything. Bascom is not guilty of anything. Nothing of substance gonna come out of this thing. What it is, have you ever done these things? Have you ever been accused of these things? One of the witnesses came for Azzedin Mohamed yesterday. Is an employee that said he's been working with them since the 70s as a driver. I know the guy personally, honest, decent guy. He was not able to answer the questions properly because he was put in a bad position. Because basically he's saying he's one of the person, and this is how you represent a liable case. This is how you present a liable case. So you got to get somebody to say, I feel bad about this man. But when asked, Where did he get the information from? Is he on Facebook? He said he was not on Facebook. By the way, this is him being questioned. One of Azzedine witnesses being questioned by Nigel Hughes. When asked whether he was on Facebook, he said he never was on Facebook. This whole thing mostly playing out on Facebook. When asked if he read newspapers and so on, he said no, he don't read no newspaper, he don't look no news. He's just got masjid and he's go. A devout Muslim. And I believe that. I could attest to that. I know that man personally. And I could attest to the fact that he's a devout Muslim. When he go up there, he could not have represented the Mohammeds them adequately because he did not know. It was the honest truth. Because if you feel bad about you hear about the man, what Bascom said about the man, how are you still working? How are you still an employee? If you feel bad and embarrassed about the man, what are you still doing there? So Nigel Hughes asked him, where you get this information from? He said he doesn't want, in his words, he doesn't want to say the name of the person. Nigel Hughes asked him why. He said he doesn't want to incriminate anybody. That was his words. That was a mistake. Now again, he wasn't necessarily lying. But because he's never been, that man then never been in a court. Might have never faced a charge for anything because he's lived his whole life as a devout, disciplined Muslim. Because not the whole cabal is rascals. They're genuine people that work for them, honest people that work for them. Right? So, I'm relaying to you what transpired in the court. In this line of questioning, the witness said, and the honest truth, I know the man, because he's an ardent follower of mine, but I ain't a call him name. Because he's just an innocent bystander. He's a good man. The witness said, or one of the witnesses for the Mohammeds said, that he doesn't want to incriminate it, then he changed his mouth. So you want to put nobody, don't let me say what they say, right? But then he changed his mouth. Whatever that was. To suggest that the intensity of the word, you want to put, he basically say you want to put nobody in problem. To reduce the intensity of what he said first. The judge have it recorded. These are recorded and they will stay. That line of question will stay because Punai made objections after the question was being placed to Azzedine Mohamed whether he knows, first time they asked, because in the line of question, one of the things is whether he knows of Reuters. And there was a steady objection. So Azzedine Mohamed is understand. But as a lawyer is not allowing him to answer, so I don't know where you go on the fucking stand for. Because he can't answer the questions. Or his lawyer would not allow him. He answered the questions very boldly. Yes, sir, have you ever been accused of gold smuggling? Yes, sir. Very boldly. No, I don't see their accusation. All these things is public information. But what this is going to is to his credibility. The Bascom defense will show why I have an interest in it if there's a court case is going to come between myself and the Mohammeds. I got to find this fucking case. Because it's the same and similar case. I might even hire Nigel Hughes as the liar. You understand? So in the line of questioning that was being presented to one of the witnesses for the Mohammeds, there were no adequate answers or answers that would speak to his credibility because it went down to when the man was asked where he get this information from, because in his statement, he gave a statement, a written statement that suggested He feel bad about we here and some of the Mohammeds. Not exactly in those words. You understand? But that is how you present a liable case. You gotta show how people feel about you. Because if you're gonna file for damages, what were those damages? And the witness was able to say that all he learned about the Mohammeds, because he don't dep on Facebook, he don't read newspaper, he don't watch TV. All that he learned about the Mohammeds was in the environs of the Mohammeds. He learned it from co-workers, he learned it from whoever tell him. So he feel bad about how bad they feel. Not about the fact that he see it in the news anyway. And he was showing some video by an ex-co-worker. Which firstly, he didn't want to call his name to incriminate him. But he didn't want to call his name for incriminate because his they themselves show him the things. He just get himself in between a rock and a hard place. Because I know the guy personally. He's a good person. You understand? So, Azadine was then asked by Nigel Hughes about drug smuggling. These two questions he answered boldly. His lawyer, Punai, the young Punai, was there. And when the third question was presented, and at this time I can't even remember the question was, it was again accusations made. So these are the discussion here is credibility. No, it's not hearsay. Rena, it's not hearsay. It is a question where Azadine was asked, have you been accused of gold smuggling? Yes, sir. Accusations are made. It's not hearsay. It's public information that the Mohammeds have been accused of gold smuggling, drug smuggling, and a number of other things. There's a Reuters article. There are many articles as it relates. They've been accused of many things. None of us is without sin. The problem here, and the real gist of the matter comes, is the Mohammeds assuming that they have a right to free passage to navigate between the things that the poor man does get accused of. This is the problem with the Mohammeds. They find that money can be a remedy. So when the poor man is accused of thieving and labeled as a fucking thief man, by the majority, by public opinion, the Mohammeds assume that they could be accused of things because who the fuck, man? Who else you know got money that for a great part they didn't acquire it by the things that they've been accused of that have been accused wrongfully? Which pastor you know get accused of? Pastors get accused of fucking the members. Thieving the money from the church. You understand? Businessmen get accused of evading taxes. These are regular things you get accused. How dare get accused of drug smuggling and wait, come out the tin fucking air? They assume that with money they can navigate away from accusations. And for the most part, they got off. Until they fuck with me. If they call me tomorrow and say, man, yo, call it a fucking deal. Let this thing done. Them ain't no regular fucking decent people as they purport to be. Listen to this. This is said to be paper sharks. Who know if voice gonna know? Who sent it to me this morning? Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I just had the thing. I thought I sent it in the group phone thing. Can be in the things that I done read. Yeah, bro, thanks. Covered it already, though. Okay, so the police report. So there was a GDF thing. This is important here. This is important here now. So the GDF has a thing, but the police just give their report. Female rank dies in Madwini accident. Lorry driver in custody. Police are investigating a fatal accident which occurred at 21 hours that's Wednesday, that's last night, at Madwini Susdike Linden Highway involving motor lorry GAC 5915 driven by 26-year-old Golden Grove East Bank Demerara driven by East Bank and pedestrian GDF staff Sergeant 19344 Kwame Reed, a 41-year-old. Is we really what is all these people? Oh, there's the other people who get knocked down. Right? So the truck was being driven by a 26-year-old from Golden Grove. And the accident actually hit 3 people. And those people are Staff Sergeant 1934 Kwame Reed, a 41-year-old of Lot 60 Agricola, East Bank Demerara, Lance Corporal 24841 Kelly Jackson, female Negro, age 30 years, of Lot 79 and the name in West Bank Demerara, and Sergeant 21090 Deslin Nicholson, female Negro, age 33 years, of a young girl, 33 years of age, of number 30 Village, West Coast, Berbice, all of whom are members of the Guyana Defense Force. Inquiries disclosed that the Guyana Defense Force was conducting an annual walk from Red Ground to Mary to Camp Stevenson. The walk was under the command of Major Stephen Couture, along with 62 other ranks, including the 3 ranks involved in the accident. The lorry driver alleged that he was proceeding south along the eastern side of Madwini Road when he suddenly saw 3 persons in the dark-colored clothes walking abreast on the eastern side of the road heading south. They were not wearing any reflective vests, lights, or other warning appliances, and at the time, the area was dark due to absence of street lights. I tell y'all, and they walk abreast. When they're doing these military walks, they walk abreast. Upon seeing that, he applied brakes to avoid the collision with the 3 pedestrians, but due to the short distance, the left side of his vehicle collided with them. As a result of the collision, they all fell upon the road surface, receiving injuries on their bodies. The driver said he exited his vehicle and noticed the 3 pedestrians were all soldiers. Sergeant Kwame and Lance Corporal Kelly Jackson were picked up in an unconscious condition. Sergeant Deslin Jackson was picked up in an unconscious condition and placed into an army ambulance. How Nicholson, man? How they end up with Jackson here? In an army ambulance and taken to the West Demerara Diagnostic Center, where they were all seen and examined by doctors. A doctor on duty, Deslin Jackson. Deslin Nicholson, yourself first. How is Jackson Nicholson? They're confusing me here. Deslin was pronounced dead. Kwame Reed and Kelly Jackson was treated and sent away. Now, let me start taking some calls. You might have some Facebook liars. Hello, good morning. You might get some Facebook liars want to weigh in on the Mohamed thing. But again, let me get before I go to calls, let me get this voice note from good morning, bro. I'm just messaging the concern of some work and a diesel fuel pump technician. If anything come up, brother, I'll let you know. So let me go straight. I try to get this voice note from Paper Shard. Somebody sent to me this morning. Somebody sent to me, hey, behind every great fortune there's a crime. I try to make sure me fortune is built solidly. Bam, 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 Chris, Dennis, you can take people out of squatting. Bam, 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 bam. Caroline, bam, good morning. Hold on, I got a voice note from the grave, boy. Voice note from the grave. This is Paper Shards a few weeks before he died. And again, this is purported to be Paper Shards. In a voice note, Paper Shards is the person that Bascom accused Hazardine Mohamed of. And this is what the libel case is about. Bascom was an investigator in that case. He came out after himself finding himself in some kind of problem and suggest that it was a setup by the Mohammeds. He started speaking out as it relates to the investigation, and Hazardine Mohamed being a suspect in the murder of Paper Shards. This is said to be the voice of Paper Shards, and who knows Paper Shards would be able to say.
Yeah, nobody like the man, by the man hurt me to the core, by the man do me something, by boss man, the man send police by me. But 10 fucking time now. Embarrass me family. Send police a search for drugs, and police for this, and soak up a care with this, da. You know what I mean? And he expect that fucking people ain't gonna forget he. Gonna forget he. You know how much thing I just line up, hey? Tell me boss, don't do nothing without me, you know. But you know what? You too disrespectful to fucking me and to a lot of fucking people. Immortus control.
So, my experience now with the Mohammeds and what everybody's seeing in the world, I can't say they could dispute that if it is Paper Shards' voice. You understand? Like, I'm looking at it. Like, what is post about me if the older Mohammed can get fucking smelly smell for put something about me. I'm like, them is them kind of people. Hello? 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 This person get black just for stupidity because they call quite a few times, but then you got black people who understand. So Clifton Messiah is asking, why were they? The family has been accused of drug smuggling. Clifton Messiah is asking, why were they to operate with impunity all the years? Now finding oil in Guyana might be their worst nightmare, as the U.S. Justice Department will be looking at them. Well, I can tell you, one of their things that they've been able to get with, well, they didn't fuck wrong the right body. They fuck wrong a man, they fuck wrong find out. Who's living life for them on Scott? And that man called for trying to tarnish meaning. A man with a fucking was walking around with hair upon his head looking like this? No. No. You serious? You realize the fucking Bible laugh? If his ego is goddamn running. I name fucking Igor. I name Igor. The bigger the struggle is, the better for me. I live for this cunt. If you call me, I am all like everybody. If you call me and say, yo, we call it a day, I go, you gonna fight with the rest of fucking people. Because me living me life a fight, but I love it. Imagine I sit down, I think how I could, when I done in tune me, but how I could join the MMA. You ever see anybody who dead good and that good for study for going to get people for beat the living daylights out of the skunt? You want to probably somebody like that with a mindset like that? Watch here, this tree, this is, let me see. This is me in the background there. There's me there riding on the front with a shotty. We going hunting. This here is me riding. This here is me broken up a fucking thing. They got so much picture. Y'all realize? Is this size live for? Well, one time there's been something that I ever presented that didn't show that I live dangerously. Where is riding fucking bull and let them ride in horse and let them go in and ride jet ski and crashing in Bartica, swimming in the fucking Essequibo River, running down wild hog and deer all over the country. They misread me. Then I understand what's going on. But I'm saying, and I've said it publicly. If you left me alone, I get left you fucking alone. You understand? But me come this far and build a fucking media empire for nobody run me battery scunt. Me dying them fucking game, da banner. You understand? You understand the currency what you got? That man got all the money in the world trying to buy what you got, scunt. You understand that's what they doing? A vice. But it's not for me. I just using it now one time. Compared to one lash. I create this vice for the people. It's not for me. We got another story here where a man go for represent his son and he named, you could fucking come to me. That man put 2 bullets in his foot. Police investigate alleged shooting incident. Gunbutt. He named Gunbutt. Gunbutt going for his son. He going for find out some probability. You imagine a man named Gunbutt come for fuck. This bad by territory though, right? Police are investigating the alleged shooting incident committed on Calvin Johnson called Gunbutt, a 41-year-old laborer of East Rumville Trench Road, which occurred at about 20:30 last night, Wednesday, by 5 men who were armed with handguns. Investigation revealed that the victim was in Warlock area. Warlock? This is not no easy fucking place. And he gone with the gun, but you gotta go with the gun. He gone with a Gunbutt. Well, he named Gunbutt. He gone as Gunbutt. The butt of the gun. To deal with 5 men that got gun. Whole fucking gun. One of them was the name whole gun. Machine gun. He got as Gunbutt. No. He got as Gunbutt and meet gun shoot. Them banner is not gun talk. It's not gun walk, gun run. 5 man with gun. They say gun talk, gun run. Gun what? Gun if? No. Gunbutt now. Investigation revealed that the victim was in Warlock after when his 14-year-old stepson informed him that some boys in the area took advantage of him. As such, Johnson approached the 5 men his stepson told him about, and while Johnson was finding out what happened, between his stepson and the boys, he observed 2 men approaching him, both armed with handguns. The men discharged about 3 shots in his direction, hitting him twice in his left ankle. But he managed to escape without further injury. Johnson was taken to the hospital by public spirited citizens, where he was seen and examined by a doctor on duty and admitted as a patient. His condition is registered as stable. Well, it will be fucked up for know that his condition become critical when he gets shot in the ankle. And I know how you're running with an injury in your ankle, but he must fucking hop like an ostrich on 1 foot. But imagine Gunbutt going from me 5 gun, 4 gun, 3 gun, 2 gun, and 1 gun. Hey, let me take some calls quick. Hello, good morning.
Critic.
Yeah.
Critic.
Yeah, hearing you, brother.
You're on the live? On the live.
At the on the live.
It's one to you and Douglas. You want to Douglas and them man.
Who's Douglas?
Your son, them man, Peter Biscon. But little jiggers.
Where?
In the road. In the road, man, Peter Biscon. My mom, Pierre.
Who you talking about, Sean?
Yeah.
No, he got out from the Rodriguez family. He got fucking tried it. Me, they know.
I want.
He got, no, fuck that. I ain't got no time with you. He tried with his struggles out there. Hello?
Yeah, good morning, brother.
Yeah, brother, talk to me.
Joke of fun. When you see a man down and out, you know, with things ain't going even, you look at you, partner, you can really live fucking people's spirit. You can really do a good job in disseminating a story. 5 gun and 1 gun.
No. If you go in and the people in the community know you as Gunbutt, right? What the fuck you going for without a gun? It's 5 gun. He run it. The police report said 5 man with gun. He got to talk to 1 gun, 2 gun, 3 gun, 4 gun, and 5 gun. And he named fucking Gunbutt. Licking his gun.
If you didn't do it so well there, right? I think if you'd gone to do stand-up comedy, you would have met a lot of people up after scoring by later.
Safe, buddy. Hello, good morning.
Hey, Critic, morning, what's going on?
Talk to me.
I got a little story for tell you why I listen to this story. It's a good call. No, only you can solve this story for me. So now, if the boss, a.k.a. Azadin, buy 2 excavators for 2 auntie-man, and he take back it from the 1 auntie-man, what happened to the next auntie-man?
He end up get dig out.
So what happened to you?
No, but if you suggesting I is one of the auntie men, right? So me excavator get take back. So me out. The other one gonna get dig out. You understand the thing? He call. So you suggesting that Azadin buy 2 excavator for 2 auntie man, of which you suggesting I is 1. So I'm saying me excavator get take back. I get off. The other man still getting dig out. I get off. He asked me one thing. Well, I answer him. If you ask me, I answer, right? Don't it make sense? Here. Let me take another call. Hello, good morning. Yeah, my brother, talk to me quickly.
Good morning. Good morning. Hello?
Yeah, brother, talk to me.
Yes, Critic. Listen, I listened to your program this morning. Well explained. I love the way you explain it about the white man and Martin and everything.
Let's try my best.
There is a little...
Let's try my best.
No. Well done. You speak the Guyanese language. You speak the average man language. Because sometimes people just come and speak and articulate and use all the vocabulary, and some people can't understand those languages. But the way you speak it, yeah. People will understand. But one of my main concern is Bill Clinton. He's one of my main concern.
Bye. Here I telling you.
He's a problem for me.
No. The people that message me. I was invited for media thing. I said bye. Me ain't going before I end up on no table sucking nobody cock. Here I tell you. I ain't doing that. Me.
You stay away.
I stay clear. You understand? Because if he watch at me and decide there's a special specimen, a specimen with this hairstyle, and since he dead down in Guyana, hey, you understand? I said, bye, stay fucking clear. I didn't even go around the conference center. You understand?
The man,
Not
I might take you for the cat. What I say,
me.
But listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. That fellow is the art of destruction. That fellow get a hands like a cross. Anything the man put in hand, he head, he foot in, it's destroy. You see the man come and apologize to the Haitian community for the way how he approached Haiti before. Are you gonna entertain that man to come and say he gonna come with organization to help the Guyanese people?
For the what?
Need that man help?
No. Is that you come for help? No, man. He was invited here. Here up now. He wasn't invited here by the Guyanese government, you know. He was invited here as a result of collaboration with the DR government, who in this Caribbean thing. You understand?
Okay.
So he and they, we ain't asking no help. We want no help. That's why me really go wrong.
You're right, Scott.
Cause me fucking mouth tear, but me you know, but no blowjob and all them thing about it. I tell you, them people put the thing down me throat, endoscopy and all. That fucking thing had me gagging. And that thing is only but half inch in diameter. Me can't push nothing down me throat, partner. Me no in this cunt. Let Monica try with that cunt. I out at that. Roger that.
Keep bringing it out for the people. Keep bringing it out for the people.
Safe,
and
brother.
Sit down in a car now.
Safe.
And let nothing sit down in a car now.
Yeah, not me. Them people do a endoscopy with a little tube like me. Think, that's a me. Let me here. Lunch, a man give you food feed to that. I said, nah, fucking me, man. I stay away from there. Next thing, Clinton watch me say, you boy, you need character. Come, I like to have a word with you. Me, sir. I nearly get dig out for excavator. I give back the fucking excavator. No, sir. No, Mr. President. No. I ain't that. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good thing you're digging kicks. You're digging kicks with Bill Clinton. But Bill Clinton didn't say nothing bad, critics.
No, I don't know what he said. I just digging kicks.
No, listen one time with Bill Clinton. You know what? You hear what he tells Guyanese people? Spend your money wisely. He tell the government spend the money wisely. He said nothing bad.
Okay.
You know that you work with Clinton organization for foundation for about 3 years.
Who?
Barajak.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The foundation for about 3 years.
Well, he tried it.
No, listen what I'm saying, boss.
No. On a serious note, it is Guyanese, it is the president who has the last say as to who we will deal with, and I'm hoping he makes the right decisions in alliances that would better benefit the Guyanese people. Simple as that.
Yeah, but but people got to know the man bring a wrong message. The man said, spend your money.
No. Just like we're questioning Azrin Mohamed's character.
No, but the people outside were talking stupidness. It's not like the white man.
No, but it's true he gets stuck under the table.
No, yeah,
you went there.
No, when you're young, remember.
Oh, no, I try to understand.
All right, so what you doing?
See. Hello, good morning. Hi, good morning.
Hey, Mr. Critic, I have a quick question, right? If you were to go to the thing with an inviter, how will the people know from getting real news?
Man, listen to me. You the one, hey, yeah, try to set me up, no?
No.
You the one that come here and sit down with me, BT Hottin, and that. I really didn't know, and Bill Clinton. No, here. But on a serious note, I ain't dodge it. Was about $50,000 for go, and I ain't holding too well right now.
Yeah.
You see me even got fucking bottle of water down to green tea body, and this is tea what people sending for me. Ting little brown with your body. Cause normally when I go to everything I get invite for free.
Yeah.
But it's 250 US for attend the thing. And me calculate partner, me not holding so.
We don't understand, but how But you see, but we look to you to the...
No, here. I gonna up me game here, bro. Here. It ain't easy being me, brother.
Right?
Here.
I ain't running at the top. I want to ask you one question of you.
Uh-huh.
Which other news outlet, not culture, not none of these other things, can give you the direct news just how?
Nobody. What happens? What happens? There are parameters that they have to work with. There are people who they are subdued to. Even Kaichur, even the big, powerful Glenn Lal has motives. Like me, the only place you could call and get an answer, you can't get a call and get to say whatever you want to say, even with the individual. There's no...
There's why when you bring up the 5 minutes and I very bad context with the I would find 5 minutes to call this man.
No, but we got format, and you see how it's more interesting now?
Yeah.
We got format. We got the news, we got it more interesting now. And I realized, watch, today I get hour and a half, you understand?
Correct.
But I got up my game here. People don't know. Like somebody just called with my son and there been a problem. And I talk about the idea, I pray for you and that kind of thing. You understand? You fucking learning. And people saying bye, hold up, no. With a son like Azad, listen to me. Azad Mohamed got money, he's gonna bring down a fucking empire. Because of stupidity.
Correct.
And me got a son like me calculate, pano. Me continue inherit, me daddy left none for me. I know billing something for left for some. And we ain't got left for two, we ain't got left one go scunt. You understand? Miguel, my grandson, go fall in for he.
You know, believe it, buddy.
Empires have fallen for the wrong people.
Speaking to you, ask anybody, well, we don't go up in the answer. Ask anybody, but I used to be, listen, when...
What do you mean I don't go up in them, partner? Steady.
No, what trying to say? It's like, you wouldn't go asking about people, hey, you in charge.
Oh, yeah. No. But when I roll, remember, everybody know me. So when I go anywhere, even when people cussing me, people show love because people just like me still. People know you. They say, the word we talk or we say, I like me, I try to forget away from the ghetto. But when I any fucking ghetto, I know special body. I never purport to be the Englishman or the proper man or the intellectual. You understand? I'm a regular Harry that got a fucking skill. And I use it to the best and of my advantage and for the advantage of the multitudes. People see that and respect that, and I just be me.
You see how you would go with the hero to start, find them up, just so this is why we gravitate more to you to get it cheaper than the that's the man just a benefit and you don't know.
Yeah, he trying to play a game with it here. The thing is make me uncomfortable, but I'm planning, I gotta forget some suit tie, but here is make me uncomfortable, partner. Because that is not generally me. Some things that say I gotta wear something, they invite me to State House and something I gotta dress a certain way. You understand? I've passed the stage where I care how everybody feels some way about somebody. You understand? I have never purported to be a paragon of virtue, and I am who I am. I'm Michael Rodriguez. I have become famously known as the Guyanese Critic across the world. I work towards something. I have fallen and risen many times. I have made many mistakes. I continue and strive to do better. This is public knowledge. You understand? I got a loud fucking mouth, a little off. You understand? These are matters of fact. I never come and play no nothing. I'm hungry for fucking money. I hustling for get up there every day. I ain't coming and begging nobody. I ain't got no fucking cash up here. Yes, I looking for it.
Last thing before you come on before, right?
Yeah.
When you see power players like Bill Clinton and these people going to countries, going for
this is the new Mecca, bro.
Investment that the people, this is what I tell you that the greatest sort of type of investment that the people in the country don't know till after. There's where you see you're trying to trust certain people. And this guy in the system because I just got the right thing. You understand me? This is the only way I call him and say I think you should have come up. Anyway, they just want all your feelings and I'm watching the radio.
Safe, bro. Peace and love. We just gotta keep I can't do nothing else. I can't be more genuine than I am. You don't worry. I can tell you something. I can tell you something here. Right? I can't tell you the context of our discussion, but me and Azadine the stack still. We got open line. If I see something, I'm going to give him my fucking opinion. If he sees something, he tell me. We got open line. People would think like, you understand? No. It is what it is. He tried to damage my character. He has no fucking character, I'm saying. He ain't got no character. He trying to buy a fucking character. You understand? I work on farm, I mine cow. I work at vulcanizing shop. I had my own business. I've been through fucking struggles. I get charged 2 times for fraud. I beat my fucking wife. And yes, as a matter of fact, I put it out there. He do more fucking worse than me, got more money than me. That's all this thing is about, you know. This thing is about he purporting to be somebody is not. I is the Guyanese critic. Realest thing in the world. You Google whatever Google say. He create a whole set of atmosphere to create a whole set of untruth. But when people watch people calculating, it's a fucking critic though. Because what sense it makes a billionaire who is going to give people house and buying fucking cars and all this thing? What sense is make he speaks about $3,000 US? It speaks to my credibility. It's not about $3,000 US. That $3,000 US can movie. I know he. He got 35,000 US gifts scunt with the expected to get and never get nothing scunt. This mean his secret, it would always be kept a fucking secret. So this joke for he. I know him. I was a friend to him. So this thing speaks. No, somebody saying he misled by his father. No. The father's a different kind of fucking animal. But he out for money. That boy is a little fucking demon. And as tell you, Mohamed, he will catch you off balance is when we was friend me, he's always listen to you and play like me, fucking know what's going on. I played stupid for years with he. He wouldn't believe a man like me who's talked so much wouldn't tell he was my genuine opinion of him. I play the game. When he do the gory thing, take out the picture and all and try to make me a scunt. I knew right away he was no friend to fucking me. And you know what he did? He sent the picture to me. I was lying down in a car. We was up at the racetrack. If you all ever see a picture of me sit down with my foot open and it looked like my fucking balls big and my cock tangle up. And I sit down eating a chow mein. Mikey take out the picture. They send it. I lie down in the car. When I done, I lie down in the car. You running through the pictures. You don't know this picture could create an atmosphere. This picture could create negativity. He send one of the boys and say, "Boss, if you could pose this picture, wait a minute, this picture." When I watch the picture and I knew what would have come in the people's mind and how it would have store. Because one of the things he would do, the people watch it and it pass them, he would get somebody to do a fucking meme, put another page and put it out, then they start circulate. So although it's not in the people's mind and they see it, he would identify it, scunt. That's the kind of banner he is. And I see it and I say, yes, Lee, post it. Because friends don't do anything to bring this. This is long. This is fucking 3 years ago I time about. You think Azadine Mohamed posting up now and Mr. Man posting how they give me money for give people and all them fucking things is the extent of what are they trying to do for bring me down all the time? That might help you with fucking one hand and got a fucking screwdriver, fucking up things in the other hand, throwing a wrench in the works in the other hand. And I know all of that. And used to be around them. What we're discussing here is credibility. They have no fucking credibility. That's all we're discussing. I can't in no special buy. The only thing I got is that I come and tag the truth. I never come and say, I am the best husband. No. I was the worst husband a fucking woman could ever have. That's why I scunt divorce. I get divorced. The woman left me scunt. I've learned from that. I will never make the same mistake again. I would never physically abuse a woman. I ain't got time with this contest for a little by jokey thing and should not be done or tolerated. Yes, I drink rum. I was whoring. All kind of fucking thing I do. I get myself in problem many times. But I choose to change my life and become a voice for people. I put all these things out there. I say who I was. I say who I am. I speak to what is going on. I also clearly say what is my intention or where I intend on going. How I intend to achieve that through entrepreneurial processes. But this fucking way they going wrong like them is good fucking people. But I accept. You ain't no fucking but you got money. The only thing you can have is your fucking money. You can't get credibility and trust and such. You can't buy it. There's a fucking thing that gotta be earned. Anybody ever accuse me of fucking drugs or gold? I don't know about them fucking thing. I can't figure it scunt out how for act like now thinking about going into gold business. I never been wrong there. Drugs, one time a man convinced me for finance a thing for sell little drugs. But orange walk and the fucking junkie robbed me. Go with smoke all the drugs or whatever scunt. I said that the fucking business, I give them the money. They tell me what they're going to do, I get them the money. Couple of $1,000 for buy some cake, some fucking man in Mike here or something. Some cake, they say. You gotta get cake and you gotta cut them up. By border market. The fucking junkie take the cocaine and go with this cunt. This is the extent of me understanding a drugs business. Me never smuggle no drug, man, no nothing cunt. I tell you the truth. The bill come to me and tell me, you invest in this, we go do this business and then we know. Me getting a little fucking money. I was about 18, about 25 then. Me glad for make money, scunt. Me do anything for get money. Me learn, me scunt now want nothing to do with them thing now. Anybody ever accuse me? No, because I ain't a part of the scunt you believe is get accused. When it is evident. Hello, good morning. Here. You gotta go. We gonna go into 10. Yeah, again, they'll be 2 hours from me. We going into, you can go till to 10 o'clock. I just have never presented myself as anything else than who I really am. And that is how also the expressions of the stories that I tell. Right? I do it in me style and fashion, but as a matter of fact, because what I read in the story with Gunbutt and 5 guns, I put it in me, but you got the statement. You seen the police statement here? So me change, I just put it in me style and fashion. I said, what is Gunbutt going to do? Running into 5 guns, right? Hello, good morning.
Hey, morning critics, man. You're reading these comments, so going on here, reply back to these comments, man.
No, I don't read comments. Is make money out of comments?
No, but the people them say Mohamed right for doing them thing because you go for hang your mouth and drink soup and he see through you. That's what they're saying in the comments that you
No, but me nigga, remember I am who I am. I don't have to answer comments. I don't do that. I don't deal so. You got worry. You body don't do comments. No, fucking put he try to haul me in something. I could answer them comments. Huh? Yeah, I better get with the fucking act. If soup drinking this guy you're looking like this, yeah, sir. If this is what soup drinking this guy you're looking, I better fucking start drinking soup and get healthy. Yeah, I tell you. People in the comments. The extent that you fucking life is commenting for me post and I gotta answer you. When I don't drink the soup and doing well for myself, you making joke. Yeah, I gotta be kidding me. I gotta answer in the comments. When you say come on here and say they come is show business, I ain't about it. I looking for stir up shit. Me genuinely give a fuck who say what they say, when they say, how they say, or why they say. When you say try like this morning, I wake up 1 o'clock. Somebody call me or wake me up. And I can't sleep back. And I do so watching a video. And I joke it up. You believe I study who say the comments? Eh? Me in your fucking time with comments. Comments don't turn me out. As it is, answer every fucking comment he's got. Who say or what say. And go and message people what they say, why they say so. Who own this website. You could talk what the fuck you want to talk. Yes, sir. That's not what's turned me on. Hello, good morning.
Hey, Critic, what's going on? You there live?
Yeah, live and direct. Talk to me fast.
Listen, brother, they got a guy in America named Cat Williams. Is the truth coming out right now? So you just do what you're doing. All the thing is the truth, son. It's the truth. And being healthy, I like what you're saying, man. I love you, man.
Roger that, bro. Yeah, comments? Carla, mouth can say anything, but the truth always comes out, so Critic didn't have to say anything. Silence speaks loud. Yeah. So here now. Yeah, left me alone, man. But he can't leave a fucking here. Why you say the comments? I can say the comments. You believe he's looking at comments and think no, he's typing Chinese pussy. Watch. This is no joke. Let me see if Google does open up the search by itself. Guyanese. Watch here. Watch the fourth thing down in the thing, right? You see it, man, the Guyanese girls. Right? Not me. You believe I is there? Search it through comments. Not a problem. I don't even ask a girl for a picture. Before this, I send a picture to Critic. And I get involved in some kind of cybercrime. Not me, I type in XXX Guyana. I understand. And nobody even got no Guyanese videos. That's a boring fucking thing. I study for make 2 porn video. And post them up there. They ain't got no proper porn video, Guyanese porn video. You understand? It's always somebody hide and seek and thing. And posting up your thing. You know, you want a willing participant, they make a proper 2-hour video and put them out there. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. A 45-year-old well-cut Guyanese Critic. Yes, sir. Just hammering her away for 2 hours. Having a ball. Maybe 1, 2, or 3. Because if you're going, we going all out, Scott. Yes, sir. Me though, you know, I big in my style. I ain't playing no game. If I'm making a porn video. Hi, morning, Mark. Talk to me.
I just want to know if you could I don't know if it's possible if you're going to message your press conference today, if you could do a follow-up on the incident with Kadaki and the a caller that called in and ask you a follow-up on what they're doing about it.
Yes, I will be at the press conference. Remember, I decide who asks questions. You didn't read it in Kaicho News? I have to be there. The Critic is back.
I don't follow Kaicho News, but that guy's an idiot. So I don't
Some serious questions will be asked at the press conference today?
Yes, ask for a follow-up on what you think about that and what they're doing about that, the threat.
Roger that.
Yeah, man, good, thanks.
Yeah, I telling you. Critic, you need a P-O-L-Y relationship. What's a poly relationship? We could shoot a porn inside there. You can't shoot a porn inside there? How about it? You must say shoot a porn video inside there. Yeah, sir. I can't have a girl right with Freddy this day. Yeah. Just everybody in the studio, so people say, yo, Critic Studio is it, boy? Yes, sir. So you call me Freddy then. What is that smell? Clinton had them under the table, Critic had them pumped up the table. Yeah. No, I seriously considering it. I ain't joking. I am not joking. And I tell you, we can go through the whole cycle, eating and all. Yes, sir. Yeah, my brother.
Hey,
Critic, it's me again. It's me again. I just wanna say something to one of your callers before, and what I wanted to say. After I called, there were a guy who called and said that Clinton said that the Guyanese people should spend the money wisely. My advice to him, he should go and do the history on Bill Clinton, then he can come back and speak again. And my second thing I wanted to say, I hope one day that you and that family can make up back in a good way to continue building Guyana, because I think you guys was good partner in working together and building and developing.
No, the time is gonna come, it's all gonna die away, but not fucking me and them again, boy. With what I know but them, not me.
No, well, I can understand after what they have done to you.
A handshake and nothing to do with me. You gotta hear the things them, the messages that I getting. Cause remember, nobody never talked about them before. The story biling up his cunt. Yeah, sir.
Okay, well, I would leave that. I would leave that topic alone. I would leave that alone. So
Roger that, brother.
I would leave that alone.
See.
One love.
Nah, we can good. We can good for life, cunt. We good until now. Only yesterday, man. The man. I can't tell you all the contents of what we talk. As he said, oh, he's record. Fucking record people. There's record people and post up fucking thing. I just answer. Yeah, sir. I don't initiate nothing. You dig our ego? Me name Igor. Yeah, telling you, like, hey man, we could do this thing. Nah, this table can't take miracles, but this table for would broke out. Yeah, but we could use the chairs them also. Who we can get though? Plus, you gotta get nice girl. You can't get no girl with no yasp on the body and that kind of thing. You understand? Right? Like the man, a girl jump out the hotel window when a man dead. With the car, she Miss Grippy or something. Like, we had a confusion to figure out if this girl is a fucking man or a woman. Me never no hard thing. You understand? But if I go in all out, buddy. I gotta get about 3 girl. And we gotta make up this place nice. You understand? There's lash left, right, and center. You're going bad, make a proper video. Them by you got there in this room, you can't do the back there because them scum go there in the pumping when they see Punani and people breaking up steady and that kind of thing. Them fuckers in the studio at the back there. You understand? Me man nobody pumping in the studio. You gotta be professional, you understand? You gotta look at the cat. Here, you I like Guyanese, right? Remember this is the first time it happened in Guyana? So you got a man with a camera. You imagine you video in this thing? But look at this thing. Looking for them things that you there in the studio video in this thing. Hear balls slapping, all the different songs you're getting. You understand? You a young man, you there in the studio witnessing for the first time. I like me with there with the camera so I said, bye, catching the taste can't buy. Since I done the hair, what you doing, bye? You understand? I tell you, if it was me, was the cameraman. If it was me, was the cameraman. No. Yeah, my brother.
Hey, bro.
Turn on the thing in the background.
What I'm saying this morning, buddy.
Wait, what?
This is like man cave.
I decided to go all out.
This is unbelievable.
Straight from the court into porn scene.
Yeah, no, this is unbelievable. We can get a property show.
See? Yeah. You got to close off on a thing, you understand? Yeah, Leon said the good, he got swinging. All that anything. Here, I hope I've created an interesting atmosphere for you guys. Once again, the only thing I could do is keep it real. Right? Yeah. That's all I got for offer. Right? That's all I got for offer. Keep it real. Peace out.